necessary.
Nigeria is presently witnessing increasing security threats, and the dimensions of the threats are affecting the nation's internal security landscape, thus requiring intensive collaboration among security agencies to fight the trend. The inauguration lecture of the National Defense College, delivered by former military head of state, retired General Abdulsalami Abubakar, hinged on developing a comprehensive national security management in Nigeria to address the nation's contemporary security challenges.
It is a structure that involves the use of political, diplomatic, security, economic, and developmental interventions governed by the rule of law in pursuit of sustainable security.
Comprehensive approach to national security management in Nigeria is very apt and timely, given the numerous contemporary security challenges facing the international community and the need to form global synergies and collaborations to tackle them.
General Abubakar, who once served as a commandant of the then National War College, recommended strategies for tackling insecurity, including harmonized training standards, joint central database, and adequate intelligence sharing among security agencies.
Trends in the international security environment have become very complex. This, therefore, calls for a more robust and comprehensive approach to security management in ways that bring all the stakeholders on board to ensure better service delivery in the form of provision of security of life and property.
The comprehensive approach to security management advocated at this lecture is concerned with restoring security, governance and development. Hopefully at the end of the 11-month course, these participants will make meaningful contributions to improving national security.
Well, the provision of basic education infrastructure has also been included in the Niger Delta Development Commission's key projects in Abia State. The acting managing director of the commission, Dr. Christy Atako, says the NDDC is determined to promote effective child education in the state by providing a conducive learning environment. During the commissioning of the Aduwawa Primary School, Dr. Atako pointed out that the classroom project would go a long way towards ensuring the child's overall development.
Residents of Aduwawa community in Edo State came out in their numbers to welcome the officials of the Niger Delta Development Commission, who came for the commissioning of the block of classrooms built to promote child education in that part of the state. The NDDC's acting managing director, Mrs. Christy Atako, explained that the commission is out to transform the lives of the people in the Niger Delta region in line with President Goodluck Jonathan's agenda, and charged the children who are the beneficiaries of the classrooms to justify the government's investment.
NDDC has provided this model primary school for the growth of the education sector. You'll agree with me that education is the basis for the economic development of any nation. We want to thank Mr. President for supporting NDDC to deliver on its mandate.
Members of the community showered praises on the NDDC for bringing this project to their domain.
I'm very, very happy. I'll be praying that in my own time, a thing like this will happen. But today, I'm very happy to see a school like this, one of the best in Edo State.
We will continue with their good work because since ever we've been in this state, we have not experienced anything performing this type of work in this state.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son.
Mrs. Atako then went ahead to commission the project. Well, as part of ways to tackle the housing challenge in Abia State, the state governor, Theodore Orji, recently commissioned 300 housing units of 3-bedroom bungalows in Isieke Housing Estate, Phase 1. The governor, who also commissioned 2 other projects, including the newly constructed Mbom Umweze Road, says these efforts are aimed at enhancing rural development and improving socio-economic activity in the state.
Housing is one of the basic needs of life, and the government owes it as part of the responsibility to provide an affordable housing scheme for the people. So with that in mind, the Abia State government recently commissioned a 300 unit of 3 bungalows at Isieke Housing Estate Phase 1 to serve the Abia people.
My brothers and sisters of Abia State, especially those on whose ground we are standing today, this is an upliftment for all of you that there's development coming to your place.
Still determined to meet the Millennium Goal in housing sector, the governor also performed the foundation laying ceremony for the commencement of Isieke Housing Estate Phase 2.
Today we have gathered to harvest another legacy project and democracy dividend of routine administration in the housing sector of the state economy.
That done, it was the turn of the traders to receive 4 coaster buses to aid relocation process to the new Ubani Ibeku market, and then commissioning of Mbom Umwezi Phase 2 road.
Having done that, carried their caps by hand, has changed her name from Mara to Noemi.
The governor, however, assured the people that his government will continue to deliver the dividend of democracy.
Gentlemen of the press.
Back on News Track, we'll take some business news. The World Bank forecasts 5.3% growth for Africa come 2014.
And on the foreign scene, protesters in Brazil clash with police over better pay for teachers.
Every day you invite us to your home. Now we invite you to our homepage. Join Channels TV on social media. Hang out with us on Google Plus/Channels Television. Follow us on Twitter.com/Channels TV_NG. Friend us on Facebook.com/Channels Forum. And don't forget to like our page. That's not all. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. YouTube.com/Channels Web to get constant video updates and news and events in Nigeria and around the world. ChannelsTV.com. The news at your fingertips.
Welcome to Business News. The World Bank has forecast a GDP growth of 5.4% for Africa in 2014 and 5.5% for the following year. In its biannual analysis known as Pulse Africa, the World Bank affirmed that strong government investments and higher production in mineral resources, agriculture and the service sectors are supporting the bulk of the economic growth.
It, however, expressed concern over the increasing rate of poverty on the continent, as they pose serious doubts on the economic developments recorded.
What has been supporting Africa's fairly robust, strong growth? Well, the one reason that Africa has managed to do well is that macroeconomic policies have broadly been aligned with macro stability. For example, monetary policy in most countries is focused on controlling inflation. With global fuel and food prices edging down this past year, inflation has come down in most countries, and monetary policy has been able to actually control inflation but also be supportive of growth. So African countries have seen an easing of inflation and lower interest rates.
At the currencies market now, the Naira rallied against the US dollar for a second day at the interbank market, closing higher at 159 Naira 80 kobo per dollar. On Monday, the local unit closed at 160 Naira 35 kobo, boosted by dollar supply from the NNPC, Adex Petroleum and Royal Dutch Shell. At its second retail foreign exchange auction on Monday, the Central Bank of Nigeria offered $300 million but sold 200